Hello everybody, welcome to Just Upright. My name is Doc Jing Ruder. I'm a doctor of physical therapy and I am a foreign educated physical therapist guide to US application. I hope you guys are doing great. So I want to talk about what do you do when you feel like you're giving up. Okay, if you feel like you want to quit, So what am I talking about? I just finished, last week, the master class, the uspt dynamic documentation master class. It's available online right now. The link is down below for those who missed it. You can access it online and you can watch the video anytime, anywhere you are at your own pace. So it's very convenient for you to learn about the do's and don'ts, the yes and no's, how to protect your license, the hard-earned USPT license, and at the same time provide excellent care, patient care, okay, or client, excellent client service, okay? So applying here to the US as a foreign educated physical therapist, it's extremely hard. So most of maybe Americans therapists have no idea of how hard it is for a foreign therapist to be able to get here and practice. Okay, so for American therapists, you finish your degree, you apply to the state, and then you apply to FSBPT to take your npte once you pass your license. Okay, so you have like two major things that you have to do. Okay, so to pay for the state for your license and to take the npte and pass your exam. For foreign educated physical therapists, we have like gazillion steps. Okay, so first we have to prove that we are a graduate of physical therapy program through credentialing. We have to apply to the state. And then we have to apply for healthcare worker certificate, for those of us without any working or immigrant visa. And healthcare worker certificate requires that you have a master's degree or equivalent. So meaning if we finish the bachelor degree, we have additional subjects to take to have a master's degree or master's equivalent, and that entails money, okay, and going back to school for a few subjects, and then to pass TOEFL test of English as foreign language, so that we can prove that we can speak in English and communicate in English, basically, okay. And then after we got all the go signal from the state that we're okay to take the npte, we have to apply for a tourist visa and in the US Embassy. Okay, so there are lots of Filipinos that I know that had difficulty securing a tourist visa just to take the npte. And applying for tourist visa, because we cannot take the npte in our own country, we can take it in the mainland of the US or US territories, and the nearest to the Philippines is Guam. Okay, so you have to apply. It's like $160 for a tourist visa. It's not a guarantee that you will be approved. And then once you get approved to that, then you have to fly to Guam or anywhere you want to take your exam. So the plane ticket and the hotel accommodation and the pocket money for that, okay, not to mention the expenses that you incur in preparation for npte if you enrolled for npte review in the Philippines or online, okay. Then you have passing the npte. Okay, so if you don't pass the npte, then you have to go through the entire process again of applying for a tourist visa, flying, buying a plane ticket again, hotel accommodation, pocket money to take the npte. Okay, so after passing the npte, okay, and you're still in the Philippines, then you have to find an employer to petition you with a working or immigrant visa. And sometimes, as for my case, that took forever. Okay, I passed my npte in 2005. I didn't get out of the Philippines until 2011. Okay, so that is a burden to find an employer or an agency to petition you, and a lot of delay is happening during that phase also after you pass the NPTE. Okay, so it's really blood, sweat, and tears to apply here to the US as a foreign educated physical therapist. If you watch my video before, I said that it took me 9 long years before getting here, you know, with failure after failure from one agency, employer agency to another. Okay, so yeah, needless to say, I nearly gave up. Okay, I had, you know, major depression in 2008 after I went to New York, and I thought I will be petitioned by an agency. They did petition me, but they sent me back to the Philippines, and I had to do the consul interview, you know, consular processing, and I got denied. Okay, so it's really hard for someone who tasted their dream only for it to be taken away from them. You know, it's really hard for Filipinos who experience the life here, then go back to the Philippines and uncertain whether they can come back here or not. Okay, so what would you do? You know, during those time that that I was severely depressed, I remember that my pastor was asking, Jing, what if there's no America? And in my heart and in my soul, it was like wants to scream and shout, no, you know, because, you know, I've been like, you know, raised up. That was the plan, you know, that was the plan. You do good in school, you get a course that is needed in the US, you go to the US, you know, you petition your parents, go there, have a happy life, live happily ever after. Okay, and it was not happening based on my schedule, based on my plan, based on everything I do. Okay, but one thing is for sure, that during those depressive time, I did not let go of my faith. There was a small flickering hope in my heart that someday, somehow, I will be able to live my dream, and that it will come true. I don't know how, I don't know when, but it will. Okay, and so through the help of my church, you know, the Makati Grace International Ministries, our pastors, my friends, you know, in the church, who prayed for me, my friend Chichi, who basically saved my life, the doctor, she was studying you know, medicine that time, who really did, you know, medical intervention help with me, to refer me to like a counselor. Okay, and took me in when I was really spiraling down. So I got better through that, and I have learned to value where I was that time. You know, I was teaching in a review center. I was working on the side as a financial advisor with one of the insurance companies in the Philippines. So really, God put me to the place where I was content and happy where I was and healed. And then when the time came that my working visa got approved, it was so surreal. I am usually not speechless, but that time I was, and I couldn't express the overwhelming joy that I felt when the person called me on the phone and said, "Hey, is this you know, Ginaline Lacson? Your working visa has been approved. We will send you your passport." And you know, after 9 long years of struggle and difficulty and failure after failure, that is the, you know, that's the fulfillment of my dream, and it finally happened. So so when you are about to give up on your dream, okay, when everything is like a storm around you, chaos, and you're not actually, you think it's not gonna come true anymore, okay, just take a moment, you know, be by yourself and really focus on what you want to do. Okay, visualize yourself where you want to be, and listen in your heart, what is really your dream. Are you living for your own dream, or are you living for your for other people's dream, your parents' dream, your spouse's dream? What do you really want to do? It is this dream that you're pursuing is really for you. If so, okay, believe that you will, and believe that you can. Okay, I've been reading a book, The Magic of Thinking Big. This was recommended by a friend, Mike Chua. He posted this about this book, and this is really good. I'm not yet done with it. I actually read maybe a third of it, but I had to start again because I want to highlight those important parts. But one thing that I'm learning is that, okay, let me ask you a question. How do you dream? I mean, when you're sleeping, how do you dream? Do you dream in words, or do you dream in like a video, pictures, so we all dream in like pictures and video, something's happening and you're just like in the action, you're there and you're seeing things. So one thing that I'm learning in this book is that, our brain, our communication with our brain, we're not thinking really in words, we're thinking in pictures. So when someone's telling you a story of what happened, you are imagining. You're not typing in your brain the words that they're saying. You are imagining based on your own experiences and personality and character. You're imagining how the story happened, okay, in your own version of the interpretation. So I read before also, and I listened to some of the famous authors, that we communicate with our subconscious mind through pictures. So that's why they say that vision board works. And I have to tell you, when I was like listening to Oprah about this vision board, I was still in the Philippines, so I did it. So I put, the husband and wife and kids and my car and the sandals that I like that was so expensive. So that vision board, actually, not all of it, but actually majority of it came true. So in that vision board, of course, not my picture, not my husband right now picture, but it's a picture of a family with 2 kids and a girl and a boy. And right now, I have my husband and I have my kids. Ellie is 8 and Jasher is 5.5. A girl and a boy. Okay, the car that was in my vision board is the same type, not the exact same car, but the exact type of car, SUV car. Okay, so I was able to buy that sandals also. So anyway, so that's how we think. That's how we communicate to our brain, to our subconscious. That's how we dream. So if we want to reach something in our life, we really have to visualize it. We really have to think about how does it look like, because our brain will take us there. Our brain will give us suggestions, will find the way to do it, to reach it. Okay, so I want you to visualize it. Okay, one more story and then I'll wrap this up. So when I was in the Philippines, and we have a fridge, and of course I live with my mom, and we have a fridge, and I was like, when I have my own fridge in the US, I will fill it up with yogurt, because I love yogurt. And yogurt in the Philippines was so expensive, so I can only buy a few at a time. But I visualize it, and now I have a fridge full of yogurt. So almond yogurt, dairy, it doesn't go well with me. But anyway, you have to revive your ability to visualize again. You have to revive your ability to dream again. Okay, so if you haven't done it, do a vision board. It's not about, it's not a religion or something. It's just a scientific way. It's a proven way for our mind to be focused on what we really want in life and how we can get there. Okay, I hope that this is helpful for you, just to revive your dream, just to lighten up the hope if you are giving up, if you think that you're not gonna get there, think otherwise. Okay, think how you will get there. Okay, ask the right questions, and the right answers will be given to you. Okay, so for those of you who are having difficulty figuring out how to get here to the US, okay, the step-by-step procedure, I have a master class online. It's called Turbocharge. Okay, USPT application. So the link is down below. So make sure that you enroll on that class, because that class will really give you the insight of what to do, what not to do, how to fast forward your application here in the US. Okay, and for you not to make decisions rashly that will really cause you grief and struggles and difficulties. Okay, another one is for the, again, the USPT dynamic documentation. If you want to know how to protect your license, how to serve your patients and clients well, okay, providing excellent care, high quality of care to them, while you are confident enough that you know what you're doing with documentation. The link is down below as well. And be sure to stay tuned, because I'm going to announce, we'll be having another masterclass soon. So be sure to stay tuned for that, so that you will be able to join us and learn and enjoy learning. And I wish you well. Until the next video, stay blessed.